Our next lineup sees, well, my favorite for the day, Oh Sang-guk, the world #1, up against a really talented Georgian. Sandro BAZADZE has been in the form of his career over the last 18 months, and he now boasts Christian Bauer as his coach, arguably the best saber coach of all time, certainly fancied as the very best at this current moment in time. BAZADZE there goes up against Oh. Now, Jeff, Oh Sang-guk has been flying for about a year and a half, but at this current moment in time, I think he is fencing the very best he has ever done. He won this event last season. It wasn't in Montreal, it was in Cairo. He's the defending champion, though, of this first Grand Prix. What can Sandro BAZADZE do against Oh Sang-guk, who is just mesmeric on the piste?
Well, we talked earlier about some people cracking under the pressure, some thriving. When they look earlier, Oh has his game face on all the time, but you can see right there. And BAZADZE the other day was loosey-goosey. Now, that loosey-goosiness could help him, I think. But the bottom line is, I don't see Oh cracking under the pressure. He thrives on the pressure, and he's going to be tough to beat.
What I love about you is your high level of technical vernacular, loosey-goosey. Interesting. Oh Sang-guk, he is supreme. He's on fire, and I think, for me, you tell me, I think BAZADZE's got to be in his face. He can't allow Oh Sang-guk to take control of the piste and push him back.
Well, he's so imposing, is Oh, because he's strong, he's long, he's tall, he has all the actions going forward, going backwards. Yeah, I agree with you. You got to get in his face. No question about that.
Got to go toe-to-toe with him. Vasil Milenchev is our referee for this match. Oh Sang-guk comes to the line to join Sandro BAZADZE. Here it is, quarterfinal number 4 at the Montreal Grand Prix.
Attack from Oh. Very simple. Preparation from Oh, and that's the in-your-face that you were talking about, Karim. BAZADZE saw an opening and made a straight attack in the box.
Pressing off the line, this time using the blade.
Why not? Why not keep trying that? Once Oh gets out of the box and starts attacking, it's hard to stop. So my feeling is, don't even let the train out of the station. Try to keep going forward. And it was a good idea there by BAZADZE. He went for the riposte. Okay, he didn't get it. Fencing a good tactical bout.
Yeah, using a bit of second intention there during the attack out, but just didn't execute. But again, pressing, taking the blade first. Oh steps out of the way. And now is the blade met? It is. The parry riposte goes to BAZADZE, and that is a telling third hit. Watch this. Oh does everything right, gets out of the way, stays inside the confines of the piste. On the long attack, you are destined to score the hit, but lovely blade action from BAZADZE takes a parry and riposte. This is where Oh is dangerous. He's being patient. BAZADZE tries to skip in on the attack. He got the right of way, Jeff.
Yeah, the right of way, but he was short.
Oh, making this again on the attack, a little bit more direct, a little bit more acceleration from the Korean. I think we may see that change of tactic again.
It's quite clear that Oh, there's the attack. If BAZADZE is going to attack in the middle of the piste, Oh is going to pull distance and make him fall short. BAZADZE has to attack in stages. Push him, and push him to the back of his piste. In the middle of the piste like that, Oh will pull the distance, make him fall short, and then BAZADZE is a dead duck when Oh makes the new attack.
Counter parry and then picks up the attack. BAZADZE back on even terms, and I've got to say, whilst we're still in the first period, pretty impressed with the tactical game plan from Sandro BAZADZE against arguably the best fencer in the world at the moment in men's sabre.
And maybe Christian Bauer had something to do with that game plan. No question about that.
So again, we have technical issues here. You can see the jacket. Well, they're trying to replace something, but they can't get the zip undone. Oh, Sang-guk in a straight jacket of sorts.
Really? At some point, they're just going to have to rip it apart.
There is Christian Bauer, the coach, taking the opportunity to give some words of advice to that man, Sandro BAZADZE, as we take a look back at that counter parry. It didn't land, and then BAZADZE says, right, I'm coming after you, gets a couple of whips at the blade, and on a third bite of the cherry lands the hit. Now step up the man, Vasyl Milenchev, to help out Oh Sang-guk. Really struggling with that zip, aren't they? Now, is he just looking to change his body wire here, or is there going to be a change of jacket?
I'm not sure what the problem is. Maybe the jacket, it just came undone there.
Yeah, of course, it's a piece of safety equipment as well as a piece of technical equipment, the jacket. So if the zip breaks, they have no choice, quite rightly, than to replace it. And they are signaling for a change of jacket. As you mentioned earlier on, you, as a fencer, are required to bring second weapons, at least a second weapon, a second body wire, but a jacket you don't necessarily need two of. So I can just see someone over the other side of the hall running across, one of the Korean teammates with a spare jacket. We might actually get him in shot in a second. Oh, it's all happening here now. The hoardings, the advertising hoardings have come down.
Here we go. Nothing like a slow motion replay of a zipper being unzipped.
Oh, look at that zip action.
That's impressive.
Well, they have got it undone, and there will be a replacement there as the hoardings are put back up as well.
Meanwhile, it's 4-4. It's a slugfest. It's evenly fenced so far. BAZADZE has to be feeling extremely confident in himself that he is going toe-to-toe with O.
Yeah, he's been very impressive in the first part of this fight. We talked about him having to be in the face of O, and that's pretty much what he's done. He has opened up the back of the piece a little bit, but pretty much he's been on the front foot and noticeably using the blade action.
Taking the blade, yes.
He's got to stay focused, though. We're getting shots of Oh Sang-guk, but down the other end of the piece, Sandro BAZADZE, there he is. He is pacing up and down and trying to just keep his focus. He's got a clear game plan. He knows what he wants to do. He's just got to stick to that task, and concentration is key in this sport.
Mental focus is the key. Not giving your opponent easy touches is important, and ultimately you want to win or lose with your best actions when you get down to the end of the bout.
Well, just about ready to go. It's been an interesting time in Camp Korea on the Sabre program. They dispensed with the services of their head coach very recently. The rumor is that Kim Jung-won, who we saw a little bit earlier on, is now become like a player manager. And it's one of the teammates in the box for O. So equipment replaced at 4 apiece in the fourth quarter final. Oh Sang-guk and Sandro BAZADZE are tied up at 4 apiece. Line being used by BAZADZE in defense, but a patient approach from Oh Sang-guk. He switched back to going patient.
And pushing BAZADZE, who shouldn't give up ground so easily this time.
So he picks up the blade again, and O's gone over the back line. In fact, the hit's been given as a valid one. I think O actually went over the back line before he was hit, but either way, BAZADZE gets it. It's when this final touch lands. I think he's gone over the back line.
He was off. Yeah, great job by the production crew on the replay.
But either way,
It's
Milechev
only one.
giving the hit, it's just one hit.
Yeah,
Either way, whether he'd scored the hit or gone over the back line and given away a hit. Another action where the blade is met and BAZADZE, this time, super sharp.
The key with that riposte was that BAZADZE did a long advance lunge because O's been making him fall short on the riposte. That time he went all out and scored.
Blade action working, a treat for Sandro BAZADZE.
Here he comes, beat attack. Green light goes on, signifying that he scored.
Hesitation this time, steps in, goes, I think, changed his mind that a little bit there, the Georgian. Opened the door for O. Well,
oh my goodness.
Hit being awarded, and then BAZADZE, well, he didn't run into O then. It's just as he tried to stop, he crumbled to the floor. And he's taken a knock. Here we're going to have a look at it. They don't run into each other. They go past each other. I think he slipped off the piste there. The piste is, it's on a platform, but you can see it's just slightly raised above the platform, as they normally are. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think he's just slipped off the edge of the piste.
That's what it looked like. And if he felt bad enough falling down, he also got hit on the touch. It's 7-7.
Oh, he just got caught under his feet there. His front foot got caught on the piste. But as you say, he's back up and running. They're made of tough stuff, these men's sabreurs. Make miss again from BAZADZE. O picks up the right of way again. Oh, that's a cracking parry riposte from BAZADZE, and you can see how happy he is. What a beautiful hit to take us to the break.
That was a beauty. That was a great touch. That's the first time O finishes in the inside target where the BAZADZE is waiting with the parry and the riposte.
You can see how happy he was with it.
Parry, riposte.
Lovely action there. And I tell you what else, there was a bit of a sneaky smile from Christian Bauer as well, as we get multiple replays, quite rightly, of a superb hit in what has turned out to be a superb quarter-final. There is Christian Bauer chatting with Sandro BAZADZE. This would be a really big win. We talked about Apathy coming through into the semi-finals. He leads the race for that one of the two additional European spots, and it's Sandro BAZADZE who's directly behind him. And these two, just by making it through to the quarterfinals, are extending their lead in that race. But to open it up even further by making the semi-finals will be a great fillet for that man there, the Georgian Sandro BAZADZE. Minute break, done and dusted.
During the break, we looked at O's face. It was the same as the beginning of the bout, beginning when they came up on the podium. He doesn't change the look on his expression ever.
Another parry riposte. This time I think he went low though, didn't he?
He went to the outside target in the flank, and this time BAZADZE was waiting there as well.
Perhaps a little break in concentration there from BAZADZE.
That's exactly what I would say. I think he took a break there.
Can't afford too many of those against the world number one. Make miss again from BAZADZE. He's employed that a few times in this fight. Now, is the line established?
Referee says yes. Watch the line. The line's out.
Yeah, so it's got to stay pointing at the target the whole time. It's got to be threatening. So what happened there was BAZADZE made miss. He decided not to take up the right of way. Priority went to O, but he didn't do anything to actually establish an attack. So the line comes out, and that then becomes the attack. That gives you the right of way. And as long as your opponent doesn't beat your blade out of the way and you keep your point on the target, you score the point. First step brings his arm back.
Yep,
BAZADZE.
BAZADZE came forward with a big galloping first step, which is always troublesome, and his arm was back.
There it is.
Yep.
The attack had already started from O. So a video appeal given from BAZADZE there. Oh Sang-guk given the hit. BAZADZE calls for Vasyl Milenchev to have a look at the video. He's there with Andris Duvis, already reviewed it. That often means that he stays with his decision, and he has indeed stuck with the hit for O.
And here we are at crunch time. It's 10-10.
Attack goes through.
Milenchev says attack from the left, scores. BAZADZE says, I made a parry and a riposte. Could I please have a challenge? Oh, uh-oh. Not a good sign that he's coming back this quickly. That's it.
Christian Bauer not happy with that. He's shown a sign of anger towards Alexandre BAZADZE for calling for that video. But that is another beauty from him.
BAZADZE's last 3 touches or so have been on riposte. Has been extremely effective.
Long attack, 2 meetings of the blade. The final one is a counter riposte from Sandro BAZADZE. Is he going to take out the in-form man, a world #1, Oh Sang-guk?
Once O was going back there, he was in big trouble, and BAZADZE made him pay. And I don't look for O to go backwards off the mark here.
Just about getting the right of way, Oh Sang-guk on that occasion.
Referee says reprise the attack, which means the first was short, but then he continued before BAZADZE did anything.
Here we get it. Well, we just get the end of it there. Now, a view from the referee is, I want to go and have another look at this one. Now, the question is, does BAZADZE hit with one continuous attack, or does it miss?
Or parry riposte.
First action misses, it doesn't land, it doesn't reach. It's the second action as far as Vasyl Milenchev is concerned. I suspected that's what he was looking for. BAZADZE and Bauer, his coach, are not happy with that decision, but Vasyl Milenchev, without being asked, went to look at the video, and that's another good part of having video reviewing. The referee can check.
I think so too. You don't want a referee to do that too often. You want him to make the calls instinctively, and Milenchev usually does. Milenchev is also getting a little bit agitated here with BAZADZE, who's been questioning calls. He's out of challenges. He went and said that I sprained my ankle here, and Milenchev says, I'll have none of that, get on guard.
Well, he had the lead, he had the tactical dominance, but Oh Sang-guk has just stayed in touch and crept into the lead. I think BAZADZE was going to get this one, but Milenchev again is going to have a look at the video of his own volition.
And Milenchev actually put his right arm out, sort of like a check swing in baseball when he took it back. So let's see what he makes the call. Reprise attack from the left.
Yeah.
Interesting, because Milenchev initially moved with his right arm.
Exactly, and that's where he wasn't 100% convinced, and again, he went to look at the video. He's used the video very well, Vasyl Milenchev, as he always does. Both step into the middle this time. In previous repeats or previous instances of that same action, O has come away with the hit. On that occasion, BAZADZE was just sharp enough to stay simultaneous.
Probably a good idea for him to avoid that particular action. Did he get cut? Going for the doctor.
Yeah, just taking a knock to the backhand, and Vasyl Milenchev calls for the medic to come out. There you go. I think that's pretty clear to see that that is a genuine cut. And of course, with health and safety in mind, that will be mopped and band-aided up. What's that last action? It was pretty much there. You can see the difference in the simultaneous. We get a bit of claret in fencing, don't you, every now and again?
For sure. Well, if anything here, whatever happens, BAZADZE has fenced a great, spirited, competitive bout. And it's not over yet. And this little break in the action can only be construed as a slight advantage for him because he has time to compose himself and come out with a plan. But it looked like after the very even start, O has picked it up just enough where he should hopefully go through in this bout.
Well, Christian Bauer looking on there. And I think it's very frustrating for coaches, isn't it? Clearly, he's working very well with BAZADZE. I can see they have a strong bond already. And BAZADZE's executed the plan to sort of 85% of the way there. And just as he's getting right to the line, crunch time, as you called it, he's not done anything particularly special, but he's done enough to spoil BAZADZE's game.
Yeah, there haven't really been too many unforced errors by BAZADZE. Wouldn't you say that?
He scored some classy hits as well.
Some real beautiful riposte he scored on a couple of attacks that he pushed out to the back of his side of the piste as well.
Well, he's not out of this yet. It's 14-12 for O, and we're going to get back underway. Parry riposte. It was actually blocked out by O. There was a counter parry in there, but he didn't land the counter riposte. Continuation of the riposte goes through for BAZADZE. Now, again, in the middle, it was simultaneous last time, but every other occasion where that's happened, it's been given to O. He thinks it's his hit. The way Vasyl Milenchev is looking at the video, I think he may well give this to O.
Pas de touche, no touch, simultaneous.
He had a good look at it though, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Oh, for me, this is an attack from the right, and we've got a 14-14 quarter-final here in Montreal. Another one. This has been a cracking battle between arguably the best fencer at this current moment in time, Oh Sang-guk, and a man on fire, Sandro BAZADZE. One hit to make a place in the semi-finals. Milenchev now asking O to stop his games. Oh, a beauty of a parry riposte, an absolute beauty. And Sandro BAZADZE of Georgia has taken out the world #1, Oh Sang-guk, and he's into the semi-finals here at the Montreal Grand Prix, where he'll face Luca Caratali. The first glint of a smile from Oh Sang-guk. He knew that was a great battle from Sandro BAZADZE and a beautiful last touch.
What a gutsy touch by BAZADZE to have the best fencer in the world come at you in an attack and go for the parry, and he got it and made the riposte. And that's what you really like to see, someone winning the bout on a great action.